everyone. Welcome back to Learning Made Easy with the Dipti Ritesh. So in this video, let us discuss about multiplication of complex numbers. So in my previous video, I've explained about a difference of complex numbers, two complex numbers. So the link is in the iCard above. So you can go through that. Okay. Yeah. So today let us discuss about multiplication of complex numbers. So let me write the definition first. Let Z1 is equal to A plus IB and Z2 is equal to C plus ID be any two complex numbers. Okay. So first complex number is taken as A plus IB. We know that the standard form of complex number is this A plus IB, or you can just write one more number as C plus ID, because the real number here in the real part and here in the imaginary part will be different if you are taking two different complex numbers. So I have represented here Z1 as A plus IB and Z2 as C plus ID. These two are complex numbers. Then the product Z1 Z2 is defined as follows. So what will be the product? So Z1 into Z2, where both Z1 and Z2 are complex number, can be defined as AC, A into C minus B into D. Okay, so this forms the real part of the result or the product plus I into A into D plus B into C. Okay, so this will be the product. Okay, so I'll repeat it again. So this is a definition. Listen carefully. So if Z1 is equal to A plus IB and Z2 is equal to C plus ID, what is the implication here? So this implies that Z1 and Z2 are complex number because we have taken it in a standard format, be any two complex numbers. Then the product Z1 Z2 is defined as follows. So Z1 Z2 can be calculated using this standard result, which is nothing but A into C. What is A into C? The real part of Z1 into real part of Z2, that is A into C, minus imaginary part of Z1 into imaginary part of Z2, that is B into D. Okay, so the real part of the answer is AC minus BD plus the imaginary part is this, which is nothing but I into AD plus BC, where A is real part of this, D is imaginary part of Z2, B is imaginary part of Z1, and C is real part of Z2. So this you can remember. This is the standard result for the multiplication of two complex number. So let us see some examples, or let me tell you one more method for the calculation of multiplication or product of two complex number later. Okay, so let us use one example for the calculation of multiplication of complex number using this standard result. So let me take Z1 as, so let me take Z1 is equal to 3 plus I5. Okay, and let me take Z2 as Z2 is equal to 2 plus I6, 2 plus I6. Okay, so these two are the complex numbers. Now let us find out the product. So what is that? Z1 into Z2 is equal to, using the standard result. So what is A? A is 3. So 3 into, what is C? C is this, that is real part of Z2. So it is 2 minus B is what? B is 5. So 5 into D is what? D is 6. Okay, so D is this. So this forms the real part plus I into, what is A? A is 3 into, what is D? D is 6 plus B. B is 5 into, what is C? C is 2. So we have written in the standard format. So now let us simplify this. So this is 6 minus 30 plus I into 18 plus 10. So this is nothing but minus 24 plus I into, what is this? This is 28. So I28, or you can write minus 24 plus 28I. So this is a result. So this is using the standard result. As I said, this is a equation or result which you can use for the calculation of product of two complex number. Or there is one more method which is term to term multiplication method. Let us see what is term to term multiplication method now for the same example. So let me take same Z1 and Z2. Now the product will be, let me write it here. So Z1 into Z2 will be equal to, let me write Z1. So Z1 is 3 plus I5 into, what is Z2? Z2 is 2 plus I6. Okay. Now let us do term to term multiplication. This method we have seen in polynomials, well, when we multiply two factors. Okay. So the same method you have to follow here. So first number with this real part. So how much it is? It is 6. Okay. Now same number with this. So how much it is? It is 18I. Okay. Yeah. Now this with this. So it is 10I, and this with this. So it is plus 30I square. Okay, I square. Now according to the definition of complex number, we know that I is equal to square root of minus 1, and I square we know it is minus 1, value is minus 1. So let us use this here. We will not write what is I in the result, because it leads to a complicated result. So let it be I as it is, but I square we can substitute it as a real number, that is minus 1. So let me write now here, this is 6 plus these two we can add, so it is 28I plus 30. I square is minus 1. Okay, so it is 6 and minus 30, which is minus 24. So the real part is minus 24 plus 28I. If you check now, both the methods are giving you the same answer. Okay, both the answers are same. So you can adopt any method which is convenient for you. So you can either use the method which I have written first, which is nothing but using the standard definition of multiplication of complex numbers, or you can go for the second method, which is term to term multiplication. And also you need not write all these steps, you can skip intermediate steps if you are thorough with that. Okay, yeah. So this is about multiplication of two complex numbers. Let me take one more example, then we'll proceed with the properties of multiplication of complex number. So let me take one more example, example 2 for the multiplication of two complex number. Okay, so let Z1 is equal to minus 5. Okay, and Z2 let it be equal to minus 3 minus I. Okay, now let us use both the methods and let us verify the result. You can go for any one method. So let me write both the methods here. So method 1 is using the standard result of the definition, which is nothing but Z1, Z2 is AC minus BD plus I into AD plus BC. Okay, now what is A here? A here is minus 5. A is nothing but the real part of first number, that is minus 5. So minus 5 into, what is C? C is real part of the second complex number, that is minus 3. Minus B is what? B is the imaginary part of the first complex number. See here in the complex number, first complex number, imaginary part is 0. Okay, so you can write as it is. So it is 0 into D is what? D is minus 1. Okay, so this forms B into D. So let me put one more bracket. just to separate it, okay, plus I into what is A? A is minus 5. What is D? D is minus 1 plus what is B? B is 0. What is C? C is minus 3. Okay. So let us see now. Let me put one more bracket here. Okay. Let us see the result now. So it is minus 5 into minus 3. It is plus 15. 0 into anything is 0. So this becomes 0. Let me write in detail. Later we can skip some of these steps. Okay. So this part becomes this plus I into minus 5 into minus 1 is plus 5 plus 0. Okay, so this gives us 15 plus 5i. This is the result. Okay, now let me go for the second method. What is that second method? So second method is term to term multiplication. So z1 into z2 is nothing but minus 5 into minus 3 minus I. Okay, so let me write here, anyways only one number is there, so this term into this term, so it is minus 5 into minus 3 is 15. Okay, plus 15, this term with this term, so minus of minus, it is plus 5i. Okay, so plus 5i. So both the answers, if you check, you are getting same answer in both the methods. So you can go for any method which is convenient for you. So this is the final answer, and this is how we do multiplication of two complex numbers. So this is about multiplication. So let us see the properties in the next video. That's it. So let us continue the next part of this multiplication of two complex number in the next video. Thank you. Those who have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, like the videos, do comment and share the videos. Okay, thank you.